There are already two major movie projects on the way about the famous 1973 tennis match between Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean King. One that will star Will Ferrell and the other that will feature Paul Giamatti as Riggs and Elizabeth Banks as King. Now you can add a third project to that list. According to Deadline, Fox Searchlight is developing their own take on the story with Battle of the Sexes, which will star Steve Carell as Bobby Riggs and Emma Stone as Billie Jean King. The film will be directed by the Little Miss Sunshine duo of Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Faris and will be based on a screenplay by Slumdog Millionaire writer Simon Beaufoy. Riggs was an aging tennis pro whose match against a significantly younger King became a broadcast sensation with a lot more going on behind the scenes than most viewers of that day were aware. John Byers saw the sounds of Battle of the Sexes.
Well, I mean, on the one hand, look, we talk about, there's one, storming the White House movie. Oh, look, another one's coming out. But at least they're different stories. This is three films based on the same event coming out. They all have their pros and cons going into it. But I am going to buy this nonetheless. I think this sounds great. You've got a good writing team on here. You've got a good director on here. You've got a terrific, stellar, Oscar caliber cast with Emma and Steve Carell, obviously. I think, look, and the last time I saw these two on screen together was in Crazy Stupid Love. Yeah. And I freaking love that movie. I think that movie's awesome. I think the Battle of the Sexes is a topic that is relevant no matter what decade we're in. And I don't think enough people know what that tennis match was. It was such an event, because if you think we have some gender equality issues today, try 1973. And when they broadcast this thing, a guy against a girl playing tennis, who's better, it just generated so much stuff. I remember reading about it when I was a kid in school and just how important of an event that was. You get a cast like this, writers like this involved. I think this could be something really special. And I think they're going to get into theater first. They seem to be further ahead in their development than anything else, even though we're just hearing about it now. For me, it's a buy.
It's a huge buy for me. And you talk about Fox Searchlight doing it, who just worked with Carell on
Foxcatcher.
Thank you, Foxcatcher. So I'm really looking forward to this movie, and I like this cast because with Carell, again, he's in the next evolution. He's evolving as an actor, and so this role for him, I want to see what he does to it, because you hear Will Ferrell's doing it, right? And you go, well, that seems like it's going to be a straight up comedy, or maybe like kind of a farce on the whole thing. And then you hear Paul Giamatti, who's the serious actor, but Carell kind of brings the blend of both of those.
Yeah, he does.
Worlds.
He can do anything.
Yeah, and then you have the fact that he is working with Emma Stone, and you have this back and forth with them. And like you said, I love that movie, Crazy Stupid Love. And this team, the Little Miss Sunshine he's worked with before, and the Slumdog writer, this could be an Oscar-type movie. And depending on how they really play up and how important it was, as John said before, this is going to be one of my most anticipated, just from hearing about this movie.
Schnepp?
I can't wait to see all three movies at the same time as some crazy trilogy, and then air my fourth movie. It's just called Billie Jean, and it's like using that Michael Jackson song. Riggs is a creature from another dimension that shows up and is eating the earth, and then only by uniting all tennis players together and like hitting him with, anyway, forget that. I think it's a great idea, and I think Steve Carell is going to nail Riggs. If you go on YouTube, just type in Bobby Riggs, you'll see what a jerk that guy was. He was a real piece of work. And I think Carell is the one who can actually, you're right, like grab that kind of, like, women are actually they should just be in the home cooking. Like he literally was saying stuff like that. And she was a great tennis player. I mean, it was really it was fun to see them like fight each other on, I think they were on Merv Griffin and all those old like talk shows. So, I mean, just look it up on YouTube and there's a lot of fun to be had. Like I said, I buy all three films, but I think this is the best pairing.